RV life in New York City, pros and cons, let's talk about it. You might also refer to it as boondocking, urban camping, living off the grid, being a nomad, being awesome. Pro, I can live wherever I want. I don't have to live in New York City. If I want, I can just pick up and I can drive to Portland, Oregon. Friend has a party. Sometimes you want to go out to the bar, have a couple of drinks. I can just drive there, and then when I'm done, I just walk out 10 feet into my house and I pass out. Really, it's a beautiful thing. Con, I break all the time. I don't know how many times I have gotten in the driver's seat forgetting to put away all the items in the cabin, and then I drive off and I can hear stuff breaking in the back. And it drives me insane, and I think to myself, oh my God, what did I break this time? Maybe I broke another coffee pot. Went through 4 of those already. So I am pretty much the queen of forgetting to stow away my belongings. I cannot tell you how maddening that feeling is once you've driven off and you can hear things breaking behind you, and there's nothing you can do about it until you get to your destination. Pro, living alone is a beautiful thing, especially in New York City where rent is just ridiculous and you're pretty much doomed to live with a roommate or several roommates. Got rid of that problem 2 years ago when I got this baby. If the vans are rocking, don't come a knocking, or else it means that the RV needs new shocks, which is possible. Con, cramped space. Really the biggest bummer, I would have to say. When I first moved into the RV, I was bumping my head left and right. I also had to get rid of 2/3 of my belongings, which are now stored in my sister's barn in Jersey. So you definitely have to learn to contain and live with minimal belongings. Do accumulate a lot of clothes, but I'm really good about not accumulating other stuff as well. Can't deal with the clutter. Living in an RV, it can get messy really, really quickly, which is why you have to contain it. A lot of things I do, I have to stand on my bed because it's so small. Getting my cabinets or getting dressed, so I can't successfully jump on my bed. Pro, I am my own landlord. I don't answer to anybody. But that means that I'm also responsible for any repairs that need to be done. But let me tell you, that is so much better than when I was paying rent and the heat gave out or there was no hot water. Then I had to wait for the landlord, who was usually some lazy ass that would take days to come and fix whatever needed to be fixed. There's a lot of really, really crappy apartments in New York City that are really, really tiny, but you still pay a ton of rent. So I may have a small space, but at least it's my space and nobody can take it away from me, except M&T Bank if I don't make my payments. Con, I run out of water in about 2 weeks or 2.5 showers. So I can maximize my water by not showering and going to the gym to do that, or if I have to take a shower, I just have to know that I'm gonna be out of water really, really soon, and I'm gonna have to go fill it up somewhere. Pro, I own the mother road. Let me tell you that people are afraid of me. When you're driving an RV down the streets, you're sitting way up high, like along with all the other truck drivers, and all the cars are like way down below. So people definitely give you a little bit more respect because they know that you're bigger and that you need more space. So it gives me this feeling of power. And I get a lot of compliments on it. A lot of people stop me on the street when they see me getting into the RV and they ask me all about it, and people seem to love it. Con. Yes, I do have heat, which is generated by propane, but let me tell you, it still sucks in the winter when it is really, really cold. Like we're talking below freezing cold, because my pipes can freeze, and also, you know exactly what it's like when you get in your car in the morning to go to work and it's a freezing day. You sit there shivering for about 10 minutes before the heat actually kicks in. That's what it's like living in an RV. I come home on the really, really cold days. I just have to sit in my coat and my winter gear and just wait for the heat to kick in and warm things up. So that is definitely a drawback. I will say it heats up in here really, really nicely. Pro, rolling out of bed 30 seconds before I have to be at work because I'm parked right there. I'm not exactly a morning person, so sometimes I might even oversleep, and my coworkers will come out and start knocking on the windows and say, Kate, get your ass out of bed, you're late for work. Can I just say again how great it is to not be committed to staying in one spot? I know I said that I am my own landlord, so that also means I'm not committed to any sort of lease. I just think it bears repeating that I can go wherever, whenever I want. Unfortunately, that brings me to a con. This beast is a gas guzzler. I get 8 to 12 miles per gallon. That means I can drive for 5 hours and I gotta refill my tank. Thank God gas prices are the lowest that they have been in a decade. When I was driving across the country, gas was about $4 a gallon, and it cost me about $1,300 to drive across. So both ways, $1,300 each way. Pro. I've been told that living in an RV, especially in New York City, makes me a certified badass.
Damn, it feels good to be a gangster.
So really, I can't think of any better pro than that. Con. I don't have any internet. That's probably the worst one of all. I'm really good at using a ton of data on my iPhone and having exorbitant cell phone bills, which really sucks. I do know certain areas where I can get free Wi-Fi, and there's also Time Warner Cable has certain hotspots that you can pay. It's like $7 for 24 hours of internet usage. But I don't like having to be in certain locations just to use the internet. And a lot of times it's not convenient to park where there are hotspots. So basically, I go to Starbucks a lot, or I go to bars that have Wi-Fi, and I use it that way. And I really gotta stop using so much data on my phone. It's just really stupid. But I like to watch movies. One last con. When you're boondocking in an RV, you can't really have any pets. I have a bird, and birds are fine because they do well in both hot and cold temperatures. But no cats, no dogs, because you can't leave them alone when it's a 100-degree day or when it's a 10-degree day outside. The extreme heat, the extreme cold, you can't leave an animal inside a vehicle like that. And I really want a doggy. So I hope this was informative and you learned a little bit about the things that I like and the things that maybe aren't so great about living in an RV. Let me know if you have any questions about anything. Post a comment. Maybe I can address them in my next video. But until next time, I am Kate Devin.